ladies and gentlemen, and welcome once again to another exciting Vobe show. Yes, here we are. Your hosts, the amazing, lovely Julia Hartley and...
the wonderful Richard.
Hey, there we go. Yes, it's nice to be back. Sorry about Monday, wasn't around. I was in Essex, so in a crappy old hotel. Don't tell them, but it was a crappy hotel, and there was a bit of a signal. I had to say, I could have done a show, but then by 8 o'clock, everybody had got in, you know, and was using the internet. So I'd got in there early, about 5-ish. We'd finished enough, got into the hotel, loads of internet. But then when everybody else was checking in, you know, and they're all logging on and checking their emails and watching YouTube.
That's going to slow you down.
No, babadoo, shubadoo.
Shubadoo.
Yeah, shubadooba-doobadoo. So there we are. Anyway, hope you're all well. Are you well?
I'm well. You well?
Yes, I'm well. Thank you very much. Well, we've got a fun-packed studio evening tonight for it. Well, we hope we have. We hope we've got some. We've been out in the woods.
Yep.
And we've got a report about that. We've seen some not horses. Ponies. We got some information about that. We've got some talking points, ladies and gentlemen. Who does the washing up in your house? I'd like to know that. Do you buy the brands or do you buy supermarket's own? We want to know that. Who is out there who buys magazines? Do you buy magazines anymore? And what hobbies did you used to do that you're now bored of? There's some of our topics that we're going to be talking about. We have a postcard and we got games.
A game.
Oh, we got a game. We got a game.
A game and a novelty.
And a novelty. What?
What?
What's a novelty?
A novelty.
Oh, a novelty. How is your tea, by the way? Is it novel?
I think it's still a bit hot.
Yeah, where's my tea?
I don't know. Where have you put it?
My tea's out of the kitchen. Yeah.
Shall I fetch it for you?
Go on in. Do you mind? Because
no,
I can't get out. I think it's on the side there.
No tea, can we?
No tea. There she goes. Look, there she goes. She's wrong way. Whee! She's gone. She's left the studio, ladies and gentlemen. Let's see if there's anybody there, just to make sure that we have got people there. Simon Brown, Dan Thompson, Robert Crosser, Neil Gardner, whose birthday it was the other day, and I forgot to say happy birthday. So happy birthday to you, Neil. Very nice to see you. Matthew Holdsworth, George Timpany, Dan Thompson, Joe Smith. Hello, Joe. Dave Ford. Good evening to you, Squire. Richard Suggett, David Carey, and many others. I'm going to scroll down, see who else. Cushty Phil, Ian Beddoes, Glenn Johnson, Kevin Hall, Terence Dacombe, Anne Osborne, Ed Warren. Hello, Ed. We must do that walk, Ed. We've got to go and do that walk. Let's get a date in the diary. Sue Blount, I said that. Mark Selwood, Fiona Cooper, Adrian Lidgett, he's there. Shirley Ward. Did I not put the milk in? No. Oh, I've left the bag. We were panicking, you know, it's last minute panic. Steve Blakey, Cheryl Craggs, Paul Hine, Robert. They're all waiting to see the lovely Julia, who is just coming. She's just finishing my tea. Oh, who makes the tea in your house? That may be one of the questions we ought to be asking. Who makes the tea in your house? Pam Earnshaw is there. Mark English, John Berger. Everybody is in tonight. It's so nice to see you. The lovely Julia will be back in a moment. So, yeah, this is... it's the 26th of September 2018 as we record this. Thank you very much. It's so nice. Look at that. My very own tea has arrived. Thank you. No sugar.
No.
You got tea. I made you your tea.
Yep. And I've just made you your tea because you'd actually left an empty mug.
Oh, did I not even put the tea bag in?
No.
Oh, gosh. Oh, well, what a clod I am. Now
the kettle's still hot though.
The kettle's still hot. Oh, let's just zoom back in. Bink. There we go. Marvellous. Make sure you're in because you're just out of frame. There we go. Lovely. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I want to know who does the washing up. Who does the washing up in your house, lovely Julia?
Well, usually me, but my husband does help.
Oh, Marv.
Someone else has been doing it as well.
Oh, who's that? Little Elijah. Little Elijah reaching up there. I remember when I was a kid. You know when you were a kid and you were like trying to do all that stuff and you couldn't and you wanted to and because you couldn't reach. And then when you could reach, you didn't want to. I remember that. That's definitely the way it goes. So Matthew Holter says, I go away for a minute and Julia has disappeared. Well, she's like that, you know. She is the genie in the bottle. That's what she is. Martin Snow has arrived, which must mean the winter is on its way. As usual, all the usual suspects. I'm a Yankee. What's this tea you refer to, he says.
Yeah, it's a very refined drink.
Very refined. Mind you, in America, they just have iced tea. Yes, stick your pinky out, mate. Hang on, see if I can do. I can't really do that.
Poked my unicorn in the eye, but never mind.
Delicious tea, I have to say. It's very nice. So who does the washing up? Who does all those menial tasks, or do you share them? That's what I like. Of course, in my house, I do all the washing up because there's nobody else to do it. Obviously, I wash up my own dishes. Billy and Sharifa, who live here, and they've got the master bedroom as their sort of live-in flat, as lodgers, you know. They wash up their stuff sometimes. Not all the time. I mean, they will do eventually. Some, you know, it's like students. They will do eventually in their own good time. But in my good time, when I come down in the morning and there's a bowl full of stuff that's caked in, it needs washing up. Yeah, so who does that? You got a dishwasher, though.
I have.
Do you use your dishwasher?
It doesn't get used enough.
Doesn't get used enough? Why?
No.
What do you mean?
It'll just, yeah, it just sits there.
Well, of course it sits there. Oh, sits there full.
Yeah.
Do you not switch it on? Is that what you're forgetting to do?
Well, you see, there's several problems here.
Right.
One, I've always had issue with this dishwasher. When I press the button, it's 50-50 as to whether it's actually gone or not. So I have to stand there for a couple of minutes. But of course, I usually get bored and walk away and forget to double check that it started.
Oh, right. Doesn't make a noise like... You see, I made the mistake of I thought it was a washer, because it was a washer, but for clothes... It was a washing machine, and I put all the dishes in, and I knew that it was going because I could hear all the crockery going. Didn't make that mistake twice, ladies and gentlemen. Getting them in to begin with was difficult because the drum kept revolving like that, and you'd get a plate up and you think, yes, I've just got it like that, and it would revolve like that, and it would fall over, and it was...
Nightmare.
And as for the spoons, I mean, if you open the door to peek in... Because it was revolving round so fast, you know, likely to get a knife come flying out at you. It's a bit of a dodgy thing, that.
Joe Smith says she can answer our questions immediately.
Yes.
She has a dishwasher.
Right.
Of course, we buy mags, specialist mags.
Yes.
Motorsport.
Oh, motorsport.
Like we are both ex-ad people. We love our brands.
Yes.
And we hate plastic, so we're doing our bit.
Doesn't most of the brands come in plastic? You know, domestic. Bleach. Kills all known germs dead. All of the known ones.
Yeah.
It's funny because nothing works faster than anodine. It doesn't actually say very much because it just means anodine works really pretty much as fast as everything else, if you think about it. Because it's just saying nothing works faster. It doesn't say it works fast. Because...
How did we get onto anodine?
Anodine is a brand, and a brand comes in a packet. Yeah,
I'm with you.
Yeah. So, do you buy supermarket brands, or do you prefer? Sorry, do you buy supermarket own, or do you buy brands? And can you really tell the difference? You know, if you stick a branded bleach, I may have slipped out with the name, or a supermarket's own, can you really tell the difference? Does it, you know, do you look to see if all 99% of all germs have actually died and the requisite 1% is still alive? Or how would you tell? I mean, do you have a special micron microscope, you know, electron microscope that you can go down and take a big sample down and check it? I never do. Steve Pilfold says the dishwasher does ours. One of our pet annoyances is when people have a dishwasher and say, I'll just wash up these bits. Easier than using the dishwasher. How, he says in capital letters, how is doing the dishes by hand easier than putting them into a rack and pressing go? I'll tell you how it works, Steve, because I used to go out with a young lady called Harriet, and Harriet lived on her own. She had a dishwasher, and she used to have a meal, a plate, a knife and a fork, and put it in the dishwasher. And then she would do that repeatedly. And when I came, she would do the same with both of us. And inevitably, the stuff was in the dishwasher. And then she would no longer... We'd have another meal. And she'd go, oh, I haven't got any plates. And you end up taking the plate out the dishwasher, washing the plate and the knife and fork, because you didn't have very many of them, because the dishwasher hadn't been full enough to use, because she didn't want to waste water. So in the end, with putting it in the dishwasher, it's getting crustier and crustier, is sitting there going mouldier and mouldier, and it could have just been washed up and reused. I don't see the problem.
Yeah.
Yep. You got it from the horse's mouth. No? You disagree?
No, well, no. We all have pet peeves and we all do things differently and we all annoy each other. That's all I can say.
Oh, fair dues. That's good. Hello, Wendy Wakelin. She has joined, which is marvellous. Let us just say, we have got a postcard, ladies and gentlemen. Would you like to do the honours? Could you show the postcard up to the postcard cam?
Cornish cream
here it is.
tea.
I'm going to zoom in. Bing. Whoops. There we are. Look at that, ladies and gentlemen. I'll take my ugly face out of it whilst I have a quick slop of tea. Cornish cream tea. So you're doing the postcard.
Cornish cream tea. Sunday, 23rd September 2018. Greetings from Dover, no, cross that out, Cornwall, to Richard, TLJ, and all in the BE group. Hope you like the card, the Cornish cream tea. The cream must always top the jam.
Ah, there we are. The cream must always top the jam. Well, that's Cornish way.
Best wishes from Elaine.
Thank you very much, Elaine Brazier, who watches on YouTube and not on Facebook. So it's very kind. She still thinks of us, even though she's on YouTube. So thanks very much, Elaine. That's so kind. We need to shove that in the board, don't we?
In the board, on it.
Well, on a pin in the board. I put them. Why do I put them down? Oh, there they are. They're over your end of the wood. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a secret camera, and we're going to be playing. We're going to be playing this. Actually, it's upside down on the table there. No, the game, not the camera. There we are. Here it comes. There we are. We're going to be playing this in a moment. Gone fishing, it says, and it's where did you get this, lovely Julia? In a shop.
Yeah,
in a big supermarket, without giving the brand away.
Oh yeah.
In a supermarket. So we're gonna have. We thought we'd have a game every now and again. We thought parlour games on the show. They waste a bit of time. We thought. I mean, they're entertaining. We thought they'd be good fun. So that's what we're going to do. But before we get to that, ladies and gentlemen, there is some other bits and pieces to get through. Joe Smith says, need to rinse plates before you put them in the dishwasher. Yes, what's the point of rinsing the plate? I thought the dishwasher was supposed to do that, isn't it? I mean, why are you rinsing them? Because if you're rinsing it, you may as well just clean it whilst you're there.
It depends. If it's had time to dry, then a little rinse wouldn't hurt. But yeah, I don't know. It seems to scrape all the food off.
Press the half load button. Oh, for the half load.
But you do have to make sure you clean out your dishwasher.
What? Because there's gunk
if you don't pre-rinse and stuff like that. Yeah.
Oh, see. I would have thought they would have designed it so that the little brushes that come in. Presumably, there's little men. Is there little men in snorkels and things?
Little pixies.
Yeah, that swim in there with their little snorkel, and they go down with brushes and stuff, and they scrape it all off. I'm sure that must be how it works, isn't it? Yes, I'm sure it is.
Smile and nod.
Smile and nod. Ian Beddoes talks about branding, and he says if it doesn't say Kellogg's on the box, it isn't Kellogg's in the box. How do we know? How do we know that? We don't know that. We've got to take that. We've got to take that on red, I suppose, haven't we? And we just have to trust it. George Timperley, hello George. He says sometimes there's a difference between the supermarket and the real brand, and sometimes not. So give us an example of what do you prefer, George, that's got a branded one. You can tell us the brand, but free advertising for them. They may send us a couple of £1,000 million.
Chance would be a fine thing.
Yeah, well, it would be a fine, but it never does. And which supermarket brand do you prefer? And does anybody prefer supermarket brands over anything else other than the price? That would be interesting. So that would be good. What else? We've got Dean Cooper. Hello, Dean. He says, how do you make your tea? Milk before water or after water? Now, that's an interesting question. How do you make your tea?
After water. I'm going to let the tea bag steep first.
And that's the secret.
As far as I'm concerned.
Yes. Now, people get confused, and I will tell you how you should make a good cup of tea, a proper cup of tea, and the correct way. So pay attention. The Vobes is telling you. This is how it should be done, ladies and gentlemen. It's very simple. Hot water should go on, boiling water should go on the leaf. Okay? That's the simple rule. It cannot get more easier than that. However, people get ever so confused because they'll think that when they put the water into a teapot with tea in it, that the milk should go after they've poured the tea into the cup. Now, that's stupid because the point is you put the boiling water onto the tea, onto the leaf. Now, if the leaf is in the pot, you've already done it. So you can put milk in the cup first. Don't make any difference. In fact, it's better to put the milk in the cup first because you've already done the steeping process. But if it's a tea bag, again, boiling water on the leaf. So you put the tea bag in the cup, you pour the hot boiling water onto the tea bag. Don't put milk in first then. That's ludicrous.
Is this a 5-minute or a 10-minute lecture?
This is the 10-minute This is the 15-minute lecture. And so this is mandatory listening, ladies and gentlemen.
May I interject with a comment?
Yes, of course.
Robert Croser
says,
tea, hate the stuff. Milk from the devil's teat.
Well, that's not strictly true. It's usually from a cow or a sheep.
Well, it depends how you feel about
cows and sheep. Yes, no, I suppose that's very true. Up north, they're a bit odd, aren't they, up there? Steve Pilfour says, I use a pot. Milk first adds jeopardy. Right. If using a bag in the cup, then first the temperature instantly too... What? If using a bag in the cup, water first or temperature instantly too low. That's right. So don't put the milk in first. Alex Whitlock says, I can't eat cream, but I get charged the same amount as those that have the cream. And there isn't a substitute. Oh, you're talking about the Cornish cream things. Are there any places... He's just disappeared off the screen. Hold on a minute.
Scroll up.
Scrolling back. Are there any places in Devon or Cornwall that can knock something off for holding off the cream? Well, don't order a cream tea. That's the answer. Just order a scone
or a plain
jam.
Scone, yeah.
Yeah, or scone. Don't order a cream tea and then say, I want a discount because of the cream. That's a ridiculous answer. Nikki just says, hi, Mark. Hello, Nikki. She's doing the rounds. Right, okay. Lots of people talking about that, which is brilliant. So, Joe Smith's done a big nice. Morrison's own brand, perfect for me, says David Carey. Kevin Hall says, the Vobes is the one I'm going for a walk. Good. Is on one. Oh, if the Vobes is on, I'm going for a walk. Oh, thanks.
Or if the Vobes is on one, okay.
Joe Smith says, small distraction for you. Okay. It would be great viewing tonight. The International Space Station passing by at a reasonable time. But we're not telling them that. They'll all switch off this, Joe. Don't be like that. That's very mean. They're all going to be looking out their window. No, don't do it!
Well,
Stop!
They can be listening while they go and have a little nosy.
All right.
What time?
I don't know. Probably now. Everybody go and look out your window. Let us know when you're back. You're all looking... I don't know what you're looking for.
It's probably going to be in the wee
space
hours
station. A space station. You'll see. It's a great big thing with lights and flashing things, and there'll be work. What are you pointing at?
It says Seymour.
Oh, Seymour.
Seymour. He gets everywhere.
Not Mr. Butts. Hang on. I don't know if I can see more.
Time, Wednesday.
26th, 8:40. Don't tell them that.
8:45.
Yes, 15 minutes. Oh, we get to do a short show. Oh, there we are. 50. Thanks, Joe. Thanks for that. Small distraction. That's very useful, that is. Thanks very much. Blimey. How to get rid of an audience quickly. Right, let's move on. Let's move on before somebody else says something that, like at 8:30, there's something more interesting. We went into the woods, ladies and gentlemen. Then we're playing our game. We went into the woods,
We went into the woods today.
What woods did we go into, lovely
We went
Julia?
to Tottington Wood.
Oh, did we totter into the woods?
We tottered into Tottington Wood.
Well, it's a nice...
In Small Dole, isn't it?
In Small Dole, which is a place. It's a small village.
Yes.
In West Sussex, ladies and gentlemen. West Sussex. It's a very small place. Drive through it on the way to Henfield. I don't know how to do field. I did hen.
No,
I don't know how to do field.
Right,
we probably
okay,
don't need
so
to
let's
do
move
that.
on.
Mind you,
so this...
I can do crowborough, but I can't do borough very easily. But I can do...
So what did we find in these lovely woods?
Yeah, what did we find in these lovely... Oh, we've got some pictures. We got some pictures and we got some videos. So let's have a look at the pictures first, because they're not as interesting as the video. Here we go. So here we are, lovely Julia. What does that sign say?
Pretty sure everyone can read, but it does say Tottington Wood.
Oh, you're so cheeky.
Oh,
I don't know how you do it. Yeah, so we found one of those.
This is a young hazel.
It is. It's little Hazel. Hello,
Little
Hazel.
Hazel.
Little Hazel, lying by the fireside. Then we saw this person who was on her phone all the time, taking photographs. And then we saw this person having a sleep on a... No, wait a minute.
Do you know what? I thought someone was stalking me. It felt like that I was being watched.
Yeah.
Now I know why.
Yeah, I wonder who could be watching you, lovely Julia.
Yeah. That's the one.
I saw this strange stalker in the forest, in the woods there. I had to take a picture of him. But we came in on lovely little pathway. There is part of the lovely little pathway, which was very nice. And then here was another lovely little pathway. It's got these lovely little pathways through ash trees, hazel trees, and
oak trees.
Oak trees. They were lovely, weren't they? It was great. And then you went for a quick dip in here, skinny dipping in the pond, which was very nice. Obviously, you'd gone underwater at that stage, and I didn't know what time you were coming back. And that was that. We're coming to these other pictures a little bit later on. But, ladies and gentlemen, we've also, just for your delectation, we did a bit of filming. It'd be in part of the behind the scenes in the week, but we thought we'd just show you this little bit up front because we're like that, aren't we?
Yeah.
Yeah. So here we are in the woods. We made it into the wood after all, and it's beautiful in here. There's this funny old homemade fence. Little enclosure, secret enclosure for those woodland rituals that the Tottington woodlanders get up to.
Little fire pit in the middle.
And it's beautiful with the sun streaming through the ash canopy above us, and some oak, and lots of low-lying hazel in the understory.
See all the little flies and a couple of hornets. Oh.
A couple of hornets?
Yeah.
Oh,
3.
liggity-loo. Well, anyway, we've made a video, but we may change our location and drive up the road a bit and go somewhere else and do something.
Get some more video.
Yeah, before lunch. And then we'll go and try and find a cheap sandwich shop and have a bit of soup. Or we may have something else.
Or a pub and have some soup.
Or a pub. Now you're talking.
Yeah, nice hearty old pub soup.
How's your shoulder?
Yeah.
Except when I did that.
He's a bully.
I'm not a bully.
You bullied me. See what I've got to put up with.
Yeah, but only every now and again. Anyway, so then we went for we made a video. Of course, we made a video. It was good today to keep ourselves busy because the sun was shining and the trees were looking lovely. And actually, did you notice that the although we're getting into autumn, all those are still green? It's amazing, isn't it? So then we went for a second walk. Did we have lunch first and then go for a walk?
Yes.
Yeah, we walked off the lunch, didn't we?
It was yeah.
That's right. We went
it was at the pump. It was at the pub where the gentleman said,
"Oh yes, that's right. That's right." So we did that, and I said to lovely Julia, I said, "I'll treat you to lunch." Being a generous, magnanimous man, I found a dog bowl, and there was some
leftovers.
Leftovers of Pow super meat.
So I chowed down, huh?
Yeah, you chowed that down. No, we had a lovely lunch. You had a lovely lasagna, Luciana, and I had an egg fried rice. No, I had ham, egg, and chips. Yes, it was very, very tasty. It was very nice. And we sat outside in the sun. Recommend the Fox if ever you're going that way past Small Dole. Lovely pub. So time was ticking on and we said, let's try and get another walk in, do another video. So we did. And there was this lovely walk. This bloke said, didn't he? He said, there's a walk down to the River Ada. He says, lovely. And he said, just follow that path. And on the sat-nav, it looked like it went all the way down there. Mm-hmm. And what happened, Julia?
It seemed to do a bit of a dog leg, but then didn't go anywhere. So
yeah, we couldn't get down to the river, could we? It was a bit of a shame.
Yeah.
We got halfway, but ladies and gentlemen, we did see some monsters en route.
We saw some pretties.
And there's one now. That's what you call a piebald.
Yeah.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Just remind me and the lovely listener
who haven't heard the video yet.
Yeah, what a piebald is.
Well, there's piebald and skewbald. One of them is the colour splashed on a bowl,
really?
This one looks like to be a white horse with the colour splashed on it, so I think that's piebald. And skewbald would be the other way, so it'd be a coloured horse with the white splashed on it.
So it's obviously not paint.
Obviously, but it looks that way.
Oh, I see. It's just that there's more of one colour and less of the other that's as you can see there with the little splashy splashy dots. Oh, so that's piebald. And of course it had those little legs. When I say little legs, I mean it had furry legs.
Stocky legs with feather.
Yes.
And it also had one blue eye. The left eye was what they would call a wall eye. I'm not sure why it's called a wall eye.
Oh, right. A wall eye. Mm-hmm. And there wasn't just that one. There was some white ones as well. There's a...
Little Welsh ponies.
That's a Welsh... Oh, here we go. Here's a better version of that. But there's his legs, you know, and you said he was a cob.
Yeah.
Because of that.
A cob type.
Cob type. There we go. So, yeah, I mean, he looks like a Frisian cow to me. But he hasn't got the big enough udders. And here we are. We've got. I was thinking about getting the tune to White Horses. Do you remember White Horses? On white horses, snowy white horses, let me ride away. Who remembers White Horses? You'd be showing your age if you do. I don't remember it. He says very quickly. And here's one galloping off. We'd slightly got it a bit scared.
No, I think it's because we were passing between him or her and the rest of its herd.
Oh yes, that's right.
Got a bit frightened and
they were a bit. They were very inquisitive, but also a bit skittish.
Cautious,
yes,
very cautious.
Which was good.
Yeah, you mustn't approach an animal like that straight off. You know, come part way, and if the animal wants to, it'll come the rest.
So yeah, so there we are, ladies and gentlemen. Make of that what you will. I used to make cleft chestnut fences, says Glenn, apropos of nothing. Probably of the us going into the woods. Oh, right, that's really interesting.
Oh, yes, I noticed your comment on the hedge laying.
Oh, yes,
video on the. You should have known what that was. Oh,
I don't know what that was. I used to do mime, but I don't know what. We didn't do that at mime school.
Yeah, I had no idea what that was.
Yeah, so there was a comment on the hedge laying video that we did.
Yes.
And if you're watching this for the first time and didn't know that we had a hedge laying video. We do.
You.
Yeah. What?
You.
Yeah, you. It's not.
Well, there's no use in it.
And there's no use in it, so it's useless.
Useless.
Useless. I know crazy horses, says Steve Pilfold. What's it? Mr. Cooper says
Lipzana stallions.
What's that?
They're Italian.
Hey, mamma mia, spaghetti.
Posh dancing and the jumping and.
Dave Baker has arrived. He says, good evening to everybody. Hello, Dave. Nice to see you. Very good. So that's very nice. Any other comments? The trees will suddenly return on the third week in October. Always really... Oh, they turn on the third week of October. Oh, we've got plenty of time then.
I just see myself galloping there. You know.
Oh, yeah, that's you.
Yeah.
Who's Bendy Hill? Damned autocorrect.
It must be further up.
Who's Bendy Hill? I'm not quite sure who's Bendy Hill. Ernie the Milkman. Oh, Benny Hill, that's it. As Ernie the Milkman's enemy that Bendy Hill sang about called Two-Ton Ted from Tottington. Oh, yeah, so that may be... I don't think it was that Tottington, but who knows? You're right.
Bit chilly.
Oh, suddenly there was a cold snap. Anyway, we're now going to, ladies and gentlemen, we come to that part where it's 1:30, and it's time to play a game. Yay! Game time. Let's all play a game. Do. In this show, we have no professional jingles. We just have to do them ourselves.
Yeah.
So, how does it go, Julia? Game time. We are going to have a game. Boo! Boo! You're going to have a game old time. So, Julia, what is the game that we're playing? We flashed it up on the screen earlier for those people who are really paying attention. Here it is again.
Gone fishing.
I ain't gone fishing, I have. Know what I mean. So, gone fishing. How do we play gone fishing? And we need a bit of space here.
Yeah.
So, let me just lovely, Julia. So let's just pan out here. Look.
Things are weird.
So you can see the whole studio now in all its glory. Whoa. So you purchased this today. It's never been played before, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to play it for your delectation now. Because we had such success with that Jenga game, didn't we?
That was
such success, and the
Still
tension.
think we should play that again.
The tension was, really mounting. But I understand that this game, the tension is even more. So that we, mainly from the audience, thinking, will I watch this or will I go and have a look at that flying saucer that's passing outside at 7:45? We've got 15 minutes before we lose the audience to Science Watch. So here it is in its... Now, Julia, you need to explain how you just pushed it out of shot.
Oh.
There we go, lovely. So we've got, what is that, a pond with fishes in? Let's have a look at these bits.
Fishies. Just try and fix this fishy back up.
Oh, one's already broken already. It was only a cheap game. I think Julia only paid £49 for it. So we're going to see how well we do, because we've got to play it upside down, ladies and gentlemen, just because of the complicated nature of the camera setup. So you've just given me this.
So that's your rod. And
Oh, I thought it was a straw.
It does look a bit like a straw.
That's a rod, is it?
Yeah.
Where's the reel?
Fish. Yeah, it's a very simplified one. Well, it was only like £7.
Oh God, look. I've got it stuck on my lip. I can't.
Look the other side.
Is this good for flossing? Oh, that's the whole tooth. Sorry.
Nice.
Right, so
Finished flossing.
Yes. So give us a quick go on the rules, ladies and gentlemen. You can all talk amongst yourselves for a moment.
Well, you turn it on.
Oh, has it got batteries?
Yep.
All right.
And they move around and they bob up and down.
Have you tested it?
No, but Elijah, my son,
Yeah,
had one of these.
but it's definitely got batteries in it. There's no batteries in that.
Yeah, for £7, of course it wouldn't have batteries in it. So
That's
that's
game
that
then.
one done. All right, Bright Spark, you didn't think of that earlier, did you?
Well, I didn't know it was only until just now.
But well,
You said you turned it on, and I thought, oh, because most things don't. Right, so let's reinvent the game. Hang on a minute, not onto the laptop. How do you fish them? Show the. Hang on, let me turn the thing on. Let me show. How do you fish them out?
Well, you just hook them, but it's a lot harder when they're moving and bobbing up and down, and the mouths are opening and closing.
Okay, what batteries does it need?
And
how do we get to the batteries?
I just chucked them all out again. Oh, this is fun. I presume a.
Oh, we need a
screwdriver and everything.
You need a special screwdriver to get in there, don't you? What type of screwdriver I've never seen? Oh, that's a Phillips.
Yeah. Oh, nah.
Could we play a game where you have to throw them into the holes?
That could be a good one. Hang on.
So there's that, and if you get them in, you get 5 points. And if they go on the floor, ladies and gentlemen, you have to pick. Hang on.
Missed.
Oh, miss. Hang on. Ready?
Oh, get it back in. Ready?
Yeah. You need to hang on. You need to throw from here.
Okay.
So we see you, and then I'm going to switch the camera at the moment of throw, so we see it leave your hand and then go on the thing. Ready?
Okay.
Yeah.
Nah, overshot.
And I didn't know when you were going to throw, because I'm looking at this. I'll look at you.
3, go. Oh, way overshot. How many goes each?
How many goes have you had?
2.
One more go then.
Okay. Nope.
Okay, right. I'll show you it should be done. Clearly, you've got to go from above, like this. Okay, I didn't get him the right way round, but, ladies and gentlemen, I did get him in there. I mean, he's drowning now, because obviously you can't get his... Yeah, he's drowning. Hang on, I have an extra go now.
Go on then.
So
well, you've still got 2 more shots anyway.
Oh, yeah, hang on, let's just go beep.
Whoa.
We come out a bit there, ladies and gentlemen. So, are you ready?
Over here.
Okay, I overshot on that one. So you'll go.
No, you've got another one.
Oh, another one. I take Pinky. I'm going to try and not head first. I'm going to try and bottom first this time. Oh no. This is a great entertainment, ladies and gentlemen. It'd been much fun, of course, if the batteries had been included. But there we are. Was
Julia
it £7
fails again. Yes.
£7.
Yes.
Well, anyway, you're passing it on to your son.
Plastic tosh. Yes, I know. I'm an idiot.
Never mind. We like our idiots.
Nope.
No. Last go then. Hey!
Hey!
Yes! Well done. Marvellous. Well, there we are, ladies and gentlemen. How exciting is that?
Sorry, guys.
Let's just quickly go to the comments before we go and do the group and see what's in the group, because that will be absolutely thrilling. Glenn Johnson says the show is 4 minutes behind the comments for me. Blimey, is that really still Paul? For what frequency is Rocket FM? They all want to tune into something else. I don't blame them. Don't break them, says George Timperley. No, not for £7. Ian Beddoe says Morrison's will still be open for batteries. Yes, but by the time we get there and come back, you'll be watching that space station whizzing past. Steve Pilfold says we'll be on 87.8 FM from the 20th of October, online from the 15th of November. It's Rocket FM, 88.8 FM.
Online from 15th October.
You need to bounce it less motion. Well, I wasn't trying to bounce. We didn't bounce it.
No, mine was skimming across the first 3 games.
I see. Oh, well. Well, never mind. Sorry about that, ladies and gentlemen. Sorry, my agent's just pinged me. What? You found me a better job? What a paid job. Oh, fantastic. Oh, thanks. Sorry, Julia. I'm off.
Bye.
Goodbye. I've got to do the gallery first. So, ladies and gentlemen, let us go into the gallery and see what exciting things have been posted. That's not the gallery, there's the gallery. This week in the gallery, but starting first of all with some gallery music.
I got fed up with pointy fingers.
Yes, I'm not surprised. What is this?
I don't know. Something I've seen someone do sometime.
Oh yeah, I think we've got to zoom in a bit.
Oh, too far.
Too much, too close. There we go. There we are. Right. So, lovely Julia, what's in the gallery today?
Today.
Yes, today. Today. Clear the old throat.
This is from Paul Watts, and it's Haringworth Viaduct. Move my mic.
Yep.
A railway viaduct that crosses the valley of. Oh, the valley. Put my teeth in.
There we go.
Crosses the valley of River Welland and between Haringworth in Northamptonshire. Oh gosh, you wouldn't think I'd cut and paste this, would you?
No.
And Seaton in Rutland.
Yes.
It is 1,275 yards long with 82 arches. Each has 40-foot span.
Oh, 40-foot span. I thought it's 40 feet. And I thought, there's big feet. It's lovely, isn't it? It's very nice.
Yeah.
It's a very nice one. I'd like to go and see that in person. I did do a video about the one at Balcombe, which was rather jolly.
Isn't it?
Okay, moving on to the White House. Is this the White House in America?
This came from Vicky Allen.
Oh,
she
good
took
old
a
Vicky.
wonderful walk around where she used to live once in Twickenham.
Oh, yeah.
Marble Hill House, built by and for Henrietta Howard, mistress of King George II.
Oh, yes, Henrietta Howard, mistress of King George. Oh, is it? Oh, right, okay. They all had mistresses, didn't they?
Yeah.
Yeah. So
I don't recall many who got to help design and have a say in the build of their own home, though.
No, I don't know how many did. You're quite right. Yeah,
So-
it's unusual.
It seemed a little bit special. This is from Robert Croser.
Good old Robert Croser up north.
Wetherall Parish Church, Holy Trinity and St Constantine.
Ah, it's a very nice. It's unusual looking building.
Beautiful U on the left there.
Oh, you are correct. Now, I recognise this place.
Yes, this is from Linda Kane. She's snapped this before she descended into the bowels of Worthing Library, where no sun shines.
No, it certainly doesn't.
Bless your cotton frock.
I have been into the bowels of the library. Well, when I say that, actually, I've been in the lecture hall of Worthing Library, and I've been into. Oh, they're upstairs, aren't they? The other bit. I haven't. No, I'll keep my mouth
Anyway, that's
shut.
a lovely shot.
Yes, lovely, lovely. Here we are, as a couple of donkeys.
Surprise, surprise! I selected this one, Kevin Hall.
Oh yeah, they're not donkeys, are they?
No, of course not. They are equines. They're horses.
Oh, where did you find those?
Kevin Hall took a walk around Lodsworth.
Oh, nice. It's very nice countryside there in the background, I notice, using my eye.
Yep.
All right, let's move from Lodsworth to this place. This looks interesting.
Judith Oakley took this one on a lovely walk around Polesden Lacey in Surrey.
Mark English was there fairly recently. He did a video where he went inside Polesden Lacey, and he also performed in the Merry Wives of Windsor. And he was the only one worth watching because he was a hoot. He was great. We love old Mark English.
So that old lane, that's what I've heard referred to as a holloway.
Ah, or a sunken lane.
Or a sunken lane, yeah.
Yeah, there we go. Marv.
This photo is from Jay Carter.
Good old Jay. We met Jay at
Yes,
the meet-up.
Jolly good. Clarendon House suffered a devastating fire in 2015. She thought that the house should be left as a ruin, but after visiting today, she's changed her mind.
Oh.
Today wasn't today.
It wasn't today, to be fair. But,
today when she took the photo.
Yeah, so what? It shouldn't have been left as a ruin?
It's what she thought it. That's how she felt before she went to visit it. But now she thinks it should be restored.
And has it been restored?
I think it's under the process of.
Of
beginning.
Very nice. Yes, I don't know that place. This looks an interesting one, doesn't it?
Yes, this came from Henry David Allam.
Hello, thank you for joining me.
Yes, indeed. This is the Sappers Bridge. It dates from 1930 and it crosses the River Conwy. It bounces and wobbles a bit.
I bet it does. Look, is that rope?
No, well, it looks like metal cable.
Oh, metal cable.
Yeah,
yes. That's true. With the little.
I'm not going to embarrass myself by trying to guess what metal it is. Well, isn't it steel? No.
Yeah, probably steel. But is that a little bit of chicken wire on the sides there, or is that a bit more than chicken wire?
I think it's chunky chicken wire.
Well, they have a lot of chunky chickens over there. you don't
yeah, we've got one right here.
Yeah.
Oh, look, you've just dropped an egg on the floor.
Oh, sorry. So, here we go. This is a bit nearer to home.
Yes, so this is from Glenn Johnson.
Hello, Glenn.
And this is at Arundel, and it's Blackfriars Priory.
Oh yes, just near the bridge, close to the river, the Blackfriars Priory, just in the shadow of the castle there.
I've heard it and seen it also referred to as a friary. Is that?
Yes, I suppose yes, it would be the friary of the friars. I mean, you could call it. I mean, you wouldn't get.
Is that where the word priory comes from, or do you think they're two separate words? I digress.
Well, the friars, you see, the friars live in priors.
Oh, right.
I mean, friars.
The next photo then.
Yes, sorry. I was going to do a joke about fish and chips, but we'll leave that one.
And this is from Andrew Graham.
Andrew Graham.
Something very soothing about listening to the rain, and time to catch up with the ever enjoyable Vobes show, and to dip into a favourite book.
Favourite book. It's interesting he should say favourite book, because it so happens that whilst Andrew was not looking, I happened to nick the very same book. Mokelore,
myths and legends of Lytton.
That's it.
Yeah.
And here we are, look. The gold paved city of London, it's got in there. And it's got man and motor car. It's got Thetford. It's interesting. It's an interesting book.
Oh, it does look good.
It's full of mysticisms and the Water Guardians.
Looks like it's growing legs, that.
Yeah, better not. I've got to hide it back on the shelf somewhere.
Right, we've got a couple more pictures.
Oh, yes. All right. Keep your ears off. So that was that one, which was very nice. And now I've lost the gallery. Wait a minute. Where are you, gallery? Here we go. Oh, yes. Who was this?
This is from Adrian Lidgett.
Adrian Lidgett. That name rings a bell.
Yes, and this is the newest member of the herd, born on 3:30 a.m. last Sunday morning.
Oh, look at that lovely little lamb.
This is Primrose, cousin to TLJ, well, technically cousin and sister to TLJ, and daughter of Charlie and Mum Buttercup.
Ah.
Yeah, caption is, "Oh, Mum, I washed behind my ears yesterday."
Ah, yeah. Now Mum's going to go give him a good old lick.
So when are we going to Biddenden?
When are we going to Biddenden? Have we ever been to Biddenden? I think we've been there once, maybe twice, maybe 3 times.
There's quite a few calves that I'd like to go and visit.
Oh,
again,
yes.
actually, now.
Adrian!
What have you started?
We need to go back. And because you need to go and see about that other calf that we...
Yes.
That you were feeding. That's probably nearly time to be released back into the herd, isn't it? What about this picture? There's a lot of people in this.
Yes, this was from my dear father, Tony Neal. The explorers meet Victoria at the Spread Eagle pub, Liss.
We had a lovely time. This is the first show since the meet-up, in actual fact, just to remind everybody. And we did have a lovely time. And actually, I'd like to say a big thank you to everybody who turned up. And, we accept all apologies. If you couldn't arrive, do put your excuse on the back of a £20 note and send it in. And we will look very seriously at placing those notes in a safe place.
Of all pictures to have on just for a brief moment, that was not the right one. Let everyone have a little look
there
at their own faces.
Yes, there we go. I do beg your pardon. I just wanted to say a big thank you to everybody there who was present.
It was fantastic. Sorry if we didn't get around to chatting with everyone. I think
we hope that we managed to sort of chat to everybody, but it was
missed a few people, sadly.
It
Sorry,
was
guys.
Yeah, it was a very busy occasion though. But
thanks Wendy and family.
That's what I was going to say. Thanks Wendy and family for
bringing Victoria, and thank you, Victoria.
Did you write my script? Yes. And thanks to Victoria herself, the Empress of India. Lovely little clockwork mechanism that. Which was very good. Let's have a look at the comments and see if anybody's actually, come back. Because the space shuttle will be passing. Oh, it's passing about now. If you want to have a look out the window.
Well,
apparently.
just to note, it's going to be passing for a few nights. Just so you know.
Yeah, and also it goes like this. Because it's quite fast. Because if it was slow, it would go like that. So it has to go pretty far, and it'll be right close to your window. You'll probably hear the windows rattle, the paint will flake off, the chimney will probably start crumbling, plaster will come down from the ceiling. I mean, it's, to be honest with you, I would stay focused, hunched over your laptop like you are now, hunched over your tablet like that, going, what are these people up to? I see them every week, and I still don't know what they're talking about. Oh, Roger, what is it about? Just as you do. The lovely Julia has something in her handy honk. What have you got there, lovely Julia?
Handy honk.
Yes, show it under the special handy honk cam. We have a camera set up for handy honk stuff, and here it is. Are you ready? Bing! What is it, lovely Julia?
It's a fidget cube.
It's the sort of thing they give to dementia patients, actually.
They've got little buttons to clicky press and little cogs to turny turn and little ball to...
You're just off the camera there. That's better. Look at that. Yeah, little ball.
And then a switchy switch.
Is that a light switch?
And a joystick type thing. And a little... Yeah, lots of little things to mess with.
And how much was that?
Actually, it was nigh on a tenner.
It was a tenner?
Yeah, it wasn't cheap, but...
Is it made of metal?
It was cheap. It's metal components, yes.
But it's made of plastic?
Yes.
And you paid a tenner for it?
Nigh on.
Nylon?
Not nylon.
Someone needs to talk to you about...
compulsive buying?
Yes.
Yeah.
I think there's probably a disorder there.
To be honest, I'm quite glad of this stress reliever.
Right now on the show.
Yes.
Let me have a look at it then. What does it do? It's just a cheap bit of old plastic.
Yeah. I'm quite a tactile person though, so I mean I like to rub the linings in my coat and stuff, and I'll usually rub it over a key or... What? It's calming.
Right.
He likes it.
That's it. I have used
nothing to say about that.
I do not understand that. But then
did you hear or see of the fidget spinners?
Yeah,
Everyone went nuts with them,
people went
they?
mad for fidget spinners.
People
Why?
were making them.
Are they
doing
still
YouTube
doing them?
videos about them?
Has it died a death? Was it a flash in the pan?
I don't actually recall having seen any on sale lately. No.
No. It's like somebody, marketing. That's what that was. Marketing.
These came out about the same sort of time, and these are still kind of going.
Yeah, because nobody's buying them, and they've got a stock of them, and they don't know what to do with them. Yeah. Nigh on a tenner, ladies and gentlemen, for a little bit of plastic.
Probably broken now.
Tat, yes, but you didn't need batteries with that one. That's the advantage. That's
I'm
why
never going to live that down.
This is why it's a tenner. Oh, you get it all on this show, ladies and gentlemen. Of course, for nigh on a tenner, you could have bought yourself a couple of these with wisdom in them. And you can fidget a little bit with this by turning the pages.
That being said...
The R101.
I spent £6 on a set of 3 books that I will probably never actually use.
What do you mean, use? Read?
Read, yeah.
Well,
read and use the information.
So tell me, what do you mean? You spent £6 on some books you'll never read? Why? How? Explain.
Because I've already got a stack of books that I'm yet to read.
Yes. And
they're a little bit obscure, this set of 3.
Why did you buy them then?
Because they were very intriguing.
Is this this is the compulsive thing, is it? I must have them. I must have it, and then...
I don't always compulsive buy. Just don't make me sound like a...
No. I'm just I'm curious. You mentioned the compulsive buying bit.
Well, it was a compulsive... An impulsive buy.
An impulsive buy, yes, that's it.
Yes,
Do you?
that's the one.
I'd be interested to know now. Does anybody out there? Is anybody out there somebody who buys impulsively, or are you somebody like me who always, to the point of absolute boringness, and as people have often said, you know, you do yourself a disservice by. I always say, well, do I need it? Do I really need it? Can I survive without it? And I mean, you look at my house and my furniture and stuff. I don't buy anything. And it's like, well, do I really? You know, I buy the cheapest, nastiest second-hand.
It's different. We've both been raised very differently.
Yes. No. Yes, I agree. Yes, obviously, I've been raised as a fish. No, not as a fish, because I would have batteries and I would have been fished out. No, it's no, it's very interesting.
I'll get me caught, yeah. I'll get me caught.
No, don't get your caught. No, don't.
I'll see you later, yeah?
Let's see if there's any messages out there from people, because I'd be interested. $3.99 on Fleabase is it's slime.
Oh, yeah, slime.
Slime, that's
Yes.
the thing. And people are making their own slime.
Ella makes her own slime.
Yeah.
I did contemplate making it on the show, but then I was like, eh.
Richard Suggett says, who's the author of that book? Which book? This book.
That book.
This is, I think, Reader's Digest, actually. I can't remember now because I've got one. How much was this? $5.95. So for the same price as that piece of plastic stuff. Published by Reader's Digest Association.
Huh.
Yeah, back in probably in the 70s or something.
Glenn Johnson says, us blokes are born with a fidget. Oh, fidget.
Is that rude?
Yes.
Right. We have our own fidget to spin with.
Ian Beddoes says, me, I just bought a fidget cube.
Oh, did he?
Yep.
Oh, right, there we go. Some gimmick will come out by Christmas that will be a storm, says Dean Cooper. Joe Smith says it's an age thing. At some point you say, I really feel to do... Well, I can't read that. Can you read it? At some point you say...
really feel do not need stuff.
I really feel I do... Yes, at some point you feel that you don't need it. You don't need... And I feel like that. I feel mostly I don't need it. I have very few creature comforts. Reading is my number one. Making my videos, that's another number one. Can I have two number ones? I'll have a gold platinum disc at the end of this. No, making my videos and reading, two separate things, but that's it. I don't need when you go into a shop, I see this myriad of tat. And I see people filling up and food is another thing. People just pile up their supermarket trolleys with all this stuff, and then they don't eat it. And we don't need to eat as much. It just seems such a waste. It seems such a cruel... And after seeing Maury, you know, when you saw Maury and saying about farmers and the plight of farmers, because nobody values food anymore because, you know, they want it cheap as chips. And even chips, you know... Well, what about them? Well, they're nice hot, so they were nice today. So, I don't know. I just don't, think material things are a bit weird. I think relationships are important. Friendships are important. Nature and stuff is very important. Fresh produce and little and often.
Mark Selwood says his brother is tight financially and soldered his indoor TV aerial. Whereas Mark chucks his money around left, right and centre. So, yeah, it's not really not just down to how you're raised, is it? It's also your personality type, I suppose.
Yes, Reader's Digest, there's a scam from the past. Yes, well, I bought mine second-hand. And it's a good book. Some of the Reader's Digest books are actually very good. There's a Reader's Digest book on how to do stuff yourself. Robert Crosser says, 1970s. Humour in uniform, the best bit. Oh, I don't know what he's talking about there, so somebody else. How do you know they don't eat it? How do I know? Because I've been round people's houses and I've seen it full of stuff, and you see how much people waste. You see that walking down the street, how much people waste. You can see how much they don't eat it. But you may know different. And it's entirely up to you. What's the time? I feel we're getting into dodgy territory here. I don't want to have another row with Steve Pilfold before he beats my brains in. Do you not think that there's a lot of tat out there?
Yes, and a lot of it's in my house.
No, but I mean generally, there's
yes.
people.
That's the commercial way we live, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's just tat ready for selling. I mean, this game for one.
But why? But yeah, what? I mean, it's a curious thing that the human feels that need, that compulsive element to want to buy it.
It's a basic human need well, it's a basic human thing to feel the need to have stuff, isn't it? You know.
And always new, but I think that's been put on us by the commercial.
Oh yeah, the new thing.
Yeah, all the time, you know. And of course you buy. I mean, I remember buying my first cine camera made of metal. You know, it would my first stills camera made of metal, the Zenith, a Russian made to be taken out. I mean, not a brilliant camera, but it was completely perfectly okay, and it took some great pictures. But you could go out in 70 degrees centigrade or something, or 150. It was made of metal, and yet I had it for years. It still works. But these modern cameras, you know, and washing machines, everything's made to fall apart. So you always have to have new, always have to have something fresh. You know, sofas. Buy a sofa, brand new sofa. Don't buy it. Don't pay now. Have it. Have it now. Pay in 18 months' time. Oh, yeah, that's a good idea. Because it's so cheap and shitty that in 18 months' time, where it's been just simply a staple gun together underneath, it all falls apart. But now you've got to pay for this pile of tat that you've just taken down to the dump. No wonder people are in debt. It just seems wrong. People aren't being educated enough to understand. You know, our parents went through my parents went through the war, and his parents went through the war, and they had to deal with making things last. And do you know, I think that was such a good lesson for people. I mean, nobody wanted to go to war and get bombed by the enemy and have all that. But sometimes, I know I'm on a bit of a rant there, but I think there's bits from the past that if only you could take those the essence, not the hardships and the horrible bits, but take the essence of making things last and appreciating things.
The trouble is, you don't get to that point without those hardships.
Well, you get it in my house. If you
don't
have the cash, you just eat hash. So there we are, ladies and gentlemen. On that note, you don't have the cash, you just eat hash.
Does that have the same meaning these days?
Well, I'm talking about hash as in corned beef hash.
Yeah, I was going to say corned beef, yeah. Yeah,
I mean, if you can put your own... If you don't have the cash and you're talking about drugs, you still can't have the hash.
Yep.
So there you go. Yeah, consumerism, it's consuming. That's why it's called consumerism, I suppose, because it's all consuming and people have it. I just think it's you know, it's a sad part of reality, but we should fight against it if we recognise it. Maybe, maybe not.
Chirpy and cheerful, ain't we?
We are chirpy and cheerful. But anyway, there we are. We could be talking about death, but we're not doing that in this show. So there. So, ladies and gentlemen, the Friday show will be back at Friday. You'll be doing your skating, won't you? So it'll just be me. So if you've got a subject, if you've got a challenge for the Vobes, a subject to chew on, or you want the Vobes' opinion, his heartfelt opinion and a rant from I feel like a ranty mood now for Friday, give me an email. Don't message me, I'll never see it. richard@vobes.com. Send me an email and put in the subject thing, rant for Friday, and if it's a good one, I'll pick it up and we'll toss that about, so to speak. Sounds good, doesn't it? In the meantime, Alex Wixlot, it says chips. Hang on, we'll go yours because you've spent a lot of time writing this. Do you want to read it?
Okay. Alex Whitlock says, chips from many West Lancashire takeaways are the best I have ever tasted. Made with locally grown spuds and cheap too. Often sell freshly made kebabs on naans too. I think he means naans, not nans. Full of carbs, but they don't clutter up the house. Stuff one into the Vobes gob to calm him. All our stuff is ancient too, so I sympathise.
There you go. Brilliant. Well done, Alex. Thank you very much. Well, ladies and gentlemen, it's 9 o'clock now, so we've got to shove off. Just as Stuart Hill has joined. Hi, Stuart. Bye, Stuart. We're off. Thanks so much for watching, ladies and gentlemen. It's been an absolute blast. Enjoyed every last minute of it. But we got to go, haven't we?
Yep.
So, lovely Julia.
When you hear this music...
Yes, it means that the old Vobie one-eyed Kenobi has got to shut up and make you a nice cup of tea.
Yep.
So that you can pick up all your fallen fish and your lovely bit of must-have game, which we will find. We will get batteries for it, and we will play it on the show in the future. But in the meantime, ladies and gentlemen, we'll see you Friday. Don't forget to watch the videos, support the show by throwing us some money. That'd be lovely. But in the meantime, ta-ta for now.
Bye-bye.
Goodbye. Goodbye. Thank you for coming. Goodbye. 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 Chi-chi. Chi-chi. Bye. Bye. Yeah.